Take control of your mind the way you do your breathing. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed. Feeling the power of you controlling your own breathing. The same way you control your mind. One breath at a time, one thought at a time. Good air and thoughts in, bad air and bad thoughts out. Now, let's see our vision today. Let's see ourselves doing the best we can on all the exercises and stretches we do here together today, right now. Go into the future right now. See in your mind, your mind's eye. See yourself doing the best you can on whatever exercise we do together. See it so clearly that it feels real. When that music shuts off, if you've already seen it in your mind and you believe that you can make it happen, you're going to make it real. You're going to win.
Oh, here we go. Got 87 goals in 3 years. They'll keep putting them on a plate for him. Messi!
Oh my goodness.
Trick again! It's repetitive. Goal after goal after goal after goal after goal.
Morning, guys. One of the greatest things I've learned on my path to personal growth and development is that positivity, positive thought energy, equals wealth, whether it's mind wealth, happiness, freedom, success, the peace we feel, and negativity equals poverty. And it seems like these are just universal laws that are manifested everywhere. So having a negative mindset, allowing negative things to overtake us and to have us respond in negative ways, will only continue to attract poverty-like things in our life. Now, that's not to say that things that we can't control happen to us, or that, people that don't have a lot of money are necessarily always negative. It just means that we have control of our thoughts, and it's powerful if we start to fill our minds with positive thought energy. You could start to feel the difference, so that no matter what happens, you can have your peace and happiness. Have a great day, everyone.
So, I've got kind of a weird way to start this talk about habits, because I think it's important to kind of understand the fundamentals, because I'm not going to give you a list of healthy habits. You want a list of healthy habits, Google them, because they're really boring, honestly. Like, there's no sexy, healthy habit out there that everybody wants to do. And so I want to just give you some mechanics and some ways to think about habits. And interestingly, I've been doing a tremendous amount of research on them for something that we're in the middle of right now. And I'm going to tell you a story about habits. And as I tell the story, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Okay. And the other thing that I want to say about habits, even though I'm going to keep using the word practice new habits. The reason why habits are so important, everybody, is because based on research, this is from a study that was published a couple of years ago, that 40% of your behavior are what we call habits. Habits, that's just another word for patterns, okay? And so I'm going to give you some examples of habits that you might not even think about are a habit, okay? And a pattern or a habit is simply a behavior pattern. We call them a loop, and I'm going to explain why. It's a behavior pattern that is stored in the subconscious part of the brain. You'll also often hear people talk about the basal ganglia. And the reason why you have habits is because your brain loves shortcuts. See, everything that your brain is doing and your nervous system is doing, we've talked a lot about this in other trainings, but everything that your brain and your nervous system is doing, it requires fuel. Just like your car requires fuel for you to be able to go from where you are right now to the grocery store, that's how it runs. Your brain requires fuel. And your brain has figured out ways to maximize the fuel and to be more efficient. And the way that your brain is more efficient is it learns habits and patterns. And when you have a habit or a pattern that you have memorized because you've repeated it so many times, it takes less fuel for your brain to reflexively do that pattern than doing something new. And I'll give you an example. This is something you can test out later today or tomorrow. I want you to think about like a place that you often bike or drive to. Maybe it's a grocery store, maybe it's work, maybe it's school, maybe it's a friend's house. Tomorrow, I want you to consciously drive an entirely new and different and longer way. And you will notice something. You will notice that your brain fights you. You will notice that your brain is annoyed. And you will notice that it takes more effort for you to think about where you're headed. Because the way that you commute to work or school or the grocery store, you have repeated that so many times. It is now a pattern or a habit loop stored in your brain. That's why often you get to places you always drive and you're like, oh my God, who drove the car? because you don't remember driving the car because your brain was in the background making decisions that have already been automated. So the reason why that happens, just in summary, is because if you had to use your prefrontal cortex and focus on every aspect and every decision, from how you pick up the toothbrush to how you hold a pencil to all that stuff, you literally would need to take a nap by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You wouldn't be able to process that much new information. And so it's a way for your brain to take a break. It learns patterns, automates behaviors. So let me give you some examples of some habits you might not think about. Picture yourself sitting at the wheel of a car and you put the car in reverse. Which shoulder do you look over as you're backing up? It's always the same one, isn't it? And depending upon where you live in the world, it's one side or the other. It's always the same. You don't even think about it, do you? That right there is a habit. That is a reflexive action and pattern that you do without even thinking. Now think about your evening routine. Do you lock the door every night at home? Do you have a pattern or habit of things that you just go through in your house, reflect? You don't even think about it, right? You're not like, oh, it's time to lock the door. Where is the door? I can't remember how to do that. I better force it. No, you just get up, you walk to it, click the lock, and it's just a pattern that you do that is triggered by the end of the night. Here's the second thing I want you to know about patterns. Patterns repeat. Patterns repeat. If you don't interrupt a pattern and replace it with something else, the pattern will repeat forever. So learning new behaviors and learning new habits is a lot more about spotting the things that you don't want to do anymore and interrupting them, and then replacing those old patterns with new patterns. And I believe that when you start to feel broken or stuck in your life, you're not broken. You have a pattern from your past that makes you feel broken based on where you want to go now. And I also believe that when you feel stuck in life, you're not actually stuck. You're just stuck repeating these old patterns. And until you catch them and you interrupt them, which is where the 5-second rule comes in, there's nothing more powerful to help you interrupt an old pattern than counting backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, to interrupt the loop. But then you have to replace it with something else. Because if you don't replace the pattern, what's rule number 1 about patterns? Patterns repeat. So you can't just break a habit. Technically, you don't break a habit. Technically, you replace it with something else.
Moves down, down, do your dance, do your We got a brand new dance. Down, do your dance, Moves down, kick a swing on that dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. They say I'm a rapper, and I say no. They say what you doing, trying to do somebody cold. I just let the music come from my soul, so all of my people can stay on the floor. They got a brand new dance. You gotta move your muscle. A brand new dance. It's called a Cupid shuffle. It don't matter if you're young or you're old. Here we go. We gon' show you how it goes. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick. Now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself. yourself. Now walk it by yourself. Now you see what I'm talking about. Oh, I represent for the dirty south, where we're known for swinging now. King of swing out, baby. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Let me see you do the Cupid shuffle, the Cupid, Cupid shuffle, the Cupid shuffle, the Cupid, Cupid shuffle. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. From that boy Cupid, yeah. The king of swing out, baby. Yeah. Here we go. To the right, the right, the right, the right, the right, the left, the left, the left, the left, the left. Now kick, now kick, now come on, baby, kick. Now walk it by yourself, walk it by yourself. To the right, to the right, to the right, the right, the right, the left, to the left, to the left, the left, the left. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick, now walk it by yourself, walk it by yourself, and do the Cupid shuffle. Now let me see you do the Cupid shuffle. Now let me see you do the. It's your boy Cupid, C-U-P-D-I-D. Mr. Fat on the track, got another hit indeed. Do the down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Come on, down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Let me see you do your dance, do your dance, do your dance. Do your dance, down, down, do your dance. We got a brand new dance. We got a brand new sound. We got a brand new feel. We got a brand new style, y'all.
Guys, today we're introduced to Gary Vaynerchuk in our top 10 rules for success. And he opens up the first part by giving us a quote that he strongly believes in, and I totally believe in too. And it is that the idea that ideas are great, we all have ideas, but execution, making those ideas come to life, is the real name of the game. So we have to focus on executing, meaning doing, meaning putting into action, meaning putting things first that are important in our life. So if we have a great idea, it won't mean anything unless we actually start to make the physical steps, the choices, the decisions that will put us on that path. So it's a critical one we have to remember. And we just start one thing at a time, just one decision at a time, one action at a time. And I would say the most important thing is to develop ourselves. Execute developing your greater self. Have a great day, everyone.
The world's biggest problem is that people don't believe themselves enough. I believe everybody has Michael Jordan level talent at something. Like, you are literally the world's greatest at something, but you either don't believe that you are, or you found the thing, but you don't believe in yourself enough to actually go chase it down because it's so different than what your family does or your friends do or your community. And so whatever you think the world's biggest problem is, I think it's solvable. Like, if you say cancer, I think the woman who solves cancer should have already solved it. But instead, she's a manager in an accounting company because she never became a doctor. Like, I think that's the biggest problem. Why do most people wake up and drive to a job that they hate? Because they haven't tapped into the thing that makes them joyous, that allows them to contribute. And that's the mission that I'm on for the rest of my life.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I watch these videos every day because I need them for motivation. Being around successful entrepreneurs every morning helps me believe that I can do great things too. It's like your morning coffee, but for your goals, kickstarting your day with a blast of positivity. So here is a challenge for you. Try watching one video every morning for the next 30 days. And let's find out together if they help you do great things too. If you're in, leave a hashtag believe in the comments below so I can celebrate with you. Rule number 2 is stay consistent. I don't know that I've done anything every single day with intention without fail. To the spirit of the question, the thing I do the most consistently would be injecting optimism into my life, whether it's a video, whether it's a book, whether it's something that I'm reading on the airplane, or a film that I'm watching, a documentary. Injecting positivity is probably consistently over the past 20 years the most consistent thing that I've done. Now, I'm very disciplined and I have a lot of habits, and most of my habits I'm hitting 85 to 95% of the time. The health, routine that we talked about earlier, but if I'm traveling from here to Japan, I'm probably not hitting my sauna for the day. They're like just some things that are not practical, or is more detrimental to do it than not to do it. In some cases, like it's better to go and sleep than to go and do that thing, or it's better to serve because this is a big opportunity than to go do that thing. So when it says, do this daily without fail, I think the most consistent thing is just injecting optimism into my life. And I'm okay with hitting 85 to 95% consistency on my habits. As long as you're proud, for me, as long as I'm proud of the reason why I'm not doing it, right? So even making videos, the only time in the past decade plus that I have not made videos, I made videos when I broke my neck. I made videos when I went on tour. I made videos through everything. The only time I did not make videos is when my dog died. My dog passed away on video day, and I was just this family dog for 13, 14 years, and I was destroyed, and I could not make videos. It's you are what you consistently do, not necessarily what you do every single day. Rule number 3 is know who you are.
Who are you? Who is Evan Carmichael?
Just a human trying to make an impact. Like I think to different people, I'm different things. Oh, cool. So like at that event with Ed, I was focused on talking about YouTube strategies. To you here, we're talking about built to serve and purpose and introvert, right? The other groups, I run the largest salsa dancing school in Canada. It's how I met my wife. In that group, they may not even know my videos or books, but I'm the guy who owns a salsa company.
Right.
To my son, he doesn't care about any of that stuff. He doesn't care about my book and I'm a dad. So I'm different things to different people. Happy to dance with whatever energy they're throwing out, and I'm just a human who wants to make an impact.
Rule number 4 is consume information consciously.
Being in the industry so long, watching so many, like if you think about what I do and how many videos I watch of how many successful people, they all have some core themes to them. And whether it's entrepreneurs or athletes or artists or musicians or whoever, they have similar themes. And turning lemonade or turning lemons into lemonade, turning the negative into a positive is a consistent theme across everybody. And so I think it happened subconsciously just by being in the environment of having those people around me virtually, to the point where I was doing that exercise, being forced to sit with negative thoughts, and I had changed, but I didn't notice. There was no moment of coming out of the cocoon and now I'm a butterfly. I just slowly became, here I am as a butterfly.
Gotcha. So it was just going through the process.
Yeah, it's like, imagine if you were working out your legs every day. you don't see a day-to-day difference.
Right.
There's no one moment like, oh, you did one extra hard set and now you've got these rippling calves ready to go, right? Yeah. But I think the only difference was I wasn't even consciously training. It was just because it was in my environment. And I think that happens for most people just in a negative way. You're constantly watching news and Twitter streams and all of this negativity, and all of a sudden, you start to become a negative person because of all the things that are happening around you. But it's not that you can pinpoint one thing that was the moment you became negative, or even notice that you're becoming negative. It's just happening.
Yeah.
And so that's the power of when you shift your environment and you're controlling what you're consuming into your brain. So I was conscious of what I was consuming. I wasn't conscious about a lot of the transformation that happened as a result. It's only in looking back or doing exercises like that that I noticed the difference.
Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight all of the lessons learned in this video, as well as pull out our 3 favorite learnings and quotes that will inspire you to actually do something. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there. Rule number 5 is learn from different people.
Inside my bones, it goes electric wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home, we're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights and everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine, nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights and everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine, nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Dance, dance, dance. Come on. Dance, dance, dance. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good, good up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. All the things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing, dance. Come on. Dance, dance, dance. Come on. Dance, dance, dance. Come on.
It's Lionel Messi. And Messi steps up to the plate just when Barcelona needed him most.
Morning, guys. One of the most common things I often hear when I talk to family, friends, or just anybody in general about this path of developing our greater selves is that it's very difficult, it's very hard. especially when some of us we'll try early in the morning, have our good routine where we fill our minds with positive thought energy, and then we'll get on to our day and meet our jobs, meet our situations, our circumstances, and things will happen, negative things will happen, and immediately we'll be put back into our place where we were before our morning routine. And so I kind of laugh at this because we have to laugh. It's a process. It's funny in the sense that, we build ourselves up and then we get, brought back down. But we have to understand that it's a process, and it's a never-ending process, and it's going to happen. And that's the whole point of it, is that you got to get back up and you got to continue, restart the day, and keep at it. Have a great day, everyone.
What you believe about yourself is the only thing that matters. At the end of the day, no matter how much outside affirmations you get or other people telling you that you're amazing, if you don't believe in your heart that you are amazing, none of that will last. Like, have you ever gone to an event, or you ever made a video or created something, or you're hanging out with a friend and they tell you how amazing you are, and that feels good, but then it fades. That stuff doesn't last. You don't have somebody being a cheerleader for you every day, showing up in your bedroom saying, hooray, go do this, you're amazing, right? We don't have that. You have to be that for yourself. If you're constantly only getting your value as a human being from other people when they tell you that you're amazing, you're never going to love your life. You're never going to love yourself. It has to come from you. It has to come from you telling yourself and you believing that you are amazing. Like, for me, this is why I believe that lack of belief is the world's #1 problem. I can go and meet somebody and fill them full of belief for a moment, but if they still don't believe in themselves, and they're going home back to a life that they had before because they don't believe in themselves enough. And so you have to design habits and routines and systems and schedules to slowly shift your belief in yourself forward every single day. Need motivation?
Watch a top 10 with Believe Nation.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I make these videos because running a business is hard, and waking up every day and getting to work when you're all by yourself is hard. And the thing that saved me, that continues to inspire me, motivate me, give me hope, inspiration, ideas, is looking at the stories of people who've done a lot more than me. And I learn strategies, I get motivation, and it gets me to believe in myself to go off and attack the day. And so I hope this video inspires you to do the same as well. So today, let's learn from me and my team's take on my top 10 rules for success. Enjoy. Rule number 2 is learn how to sell. Whatever you want to sell, show me the process of you doing it. So if you don't have an email list yet, you can even look at who's following you on Instagram and message people and say, hey, I'm going to do a free coaching session for people. Who wants 25 minutes of my time for free to talk about coaching? Whatever issue you have, you're an entrepreneur, whatever confidence issue you're facing right now, I will coach you for free, but it's going to be online.
Okay.
Those are two different shows, though. The biz dev show is we're trying to build a relationship with a potential client and get them on the show to tell their story, but then inject a little bit of what you do. 25% of the show is about you and confidence coaching, helping them. The second show is just a straight up coaching show where they know they're coming on to be coached, but they may not be an ideal client for you. It's just anybody who needs coaching.
Okay.
Because I want to see that you're a good coach, because you can talk and you can give me your frameworks, X, Y, Z, and you can have all of your material. But that makes you a good speaker. How do I know if you're a good coach? Right? Like Ted Williams was a great baseball player, but he wasn't a great coach. So you could be a great speaker. It doesn't mean you're a good coach. So how do I know if you're a good coach? I need to see you coach. So that's a separate series on the channel. So now we're splitting it up between the biz dev show where we're trying to get clients and a coaching show where we don't care if they're ideal clients or not coming on. We're just trying to show coaching and help them, of course, and help them. And then if you have your website or you build out your funnel, that then becomes content. So when somebody lands on your, hey, hire Frankie to be your coach, I can see examples of what you do and how you coach people. Rule number 3 is focus on your mission. And you're just getting started in all of this, right?
Yes.
The opportunity here is there's the big long-term opportunity of you could help, whether it's
everybody, whether it's women, whether it's women of color or whatever. There's a lot of people in even just North America who need that. The immediate opportunity is figuring out, okay, how do we replace our salary?
Correct.
Because the women on the train may not be able to afford you as a coach, right? So this is where a lot of people get stuck. At the beginning, it's like, oh, I love these people and they're so good and like I really want to help. And then you get pulled into either helping them for free or doing it like super discounted rate. And you feel so fulfilling, but it's like you are not making money, right? So it's just an order of sequencing. So it's not that you're not able to help those women in a deep way. It's just not now. Because now we need to prioritize within our mission, making money so that we can afford to quit our job and then make more money so we can afford to hire a team to help us build our brand. So like I'm purpose first. And you have to learn how to monetize, right? Like number one is mission, purpose, and then somewhere in 2 to 5 has to be making money if you're an entrepreneur or you don't make money.
Rule number 4 is develop patience.
Most entrepreneurs aren't patient enough. Most entrepreneurs end up losing their business. They end up shutting down because they think it's going to happen in a couple months or even 6 months or a year, and really it's going to take them 4 years, 5 years before they hit their mark. They don't have enough patience. They don't allow enough time for momentum to build up, and they quit, and they end up going back to a crappy job that they hate, and maybe never ever take a shot at getting entrepreneurship because they feel it's not for them. Where really, they missed out. You missed out on your destiny. You missed out on creating something amazing because you just didn't have enough patience. Now, I believe in patience in the macro. I believe in patience and knowing it's going to take a long time. I also think impatience can serve you greatly. But that's in the micro, that's in the daily, the impatience of, did I do my best today? Did I do my best today? Can I do better? Can I drive more? Can I drive harder? And knowing that even if I give my best every single day, it's still going to take time. It's still going to take a number of years for something to happen. I want it to happen as soon as possible. I'm going to drive and be impatient as crazy to get it going, but I know it's going to take time too. It's embracing both. That's when you start to win. I look at my YouTube, my Instagram, my social media strategy. YouTube, 7,000 subscribers 4 years ago, 1.2 million subscribers now. 4 years by making videos every day. And I'm impatient as anything because I want it to be amazing. I want to make every video better than the last and looking for all the hacks and SEO and thumbnail strategies and title strategies and all of the stuff that we're supposed to do, right? I'm on top of it. And I know that it's going to take me 4 years to get there. I know it's going to take me a while to get to my next 2 million, 5 million, 10 million. I look at Instagram. Follow me on my Instagram journey. I'm starting from nothing. You can see how to build it up from zero. I had 8,000 followers. Many of you already have more followers than I do on Instagram. But I'm gonna win, I'm gonna pass people, I'm gonna get mine because I'm gonna make daily, consistent content 3 to 4 times a day for 4 years. I'm gonna be impatient as anything, and that the post today has to be amazing, has to be something that I wanna show my grandkids, right? That's the intent every time I create anything. I want my grandkids to watch this video. I want my grandkids to watch the next Instagram thing that I put up. It's the best that I can come up with in the moment. And I know it's gonna take me 4 years, maybe 3 years, maybe 2 years, but it's not gonna take me 2 months. I realize it's going to take working hard and working smart together, always.
Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight all of the lessons learned in this video, as well as pull out our 3 favorite learnings and quotes that will inspire you to actually do something. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there.
Rule number 5 is connect with your community.
How you
And back to legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed. feeling the power of you regaining control of your breathing. No matter how fast your breathing became, your heart started pumping faster, started automatically going faster. Right now, we get to take control of our breathing. To keep our back straight, our eyes closed, and our legs crossed. The same way, we get to take control of our thoughts, our mind, at any time, which will then control our bodies and our feelings directly. That's how powerful you are. But you have to believe 100% in this power, this infinitely intelligent being within you and all of us. You gotta believe with all your heart and soul that you can do something. If you don't believe in yourself, nothing else or nobody else will. We're all looking to you. We're all looking to each other to find out the truth of what is already in us. We hold the key, each and every one of us. It all starts with our power to believe 100% in who we really are. That's the greatest determination you can make. 100% believing in you, no matter what, no matter how many mistakes, how many so-called failures, losses, pain, suffering you've experienced. You get to learn from all of it. You get to realize the truth, that there is no such thing as failure. There is only fuel from our mistakes and our losses, which gets transformed, gets used to create our determined nation.